after I studied the sculpture, and then I think it's getting boring because it's always we studied and then trained a very traditional skill and also theory. So so I tried to make some revolution to myself. So I did some performance and then trying to film and also singing and dance. So yeah, I tried in many ways. Yeah, it's probably over 10 years. It's and also it's a very classical drawing and painting and sculpture too. So and then after 10 years, I realized I'm not young anymore. So so my body is not work for the kind of performances whole the whole day or in a few days something. So I focused more painting and sculpture and drawing. There's a big two section. So one is sculpture. It's more kind of sculptural landscape. It's for the huge room, and then the other one is like a studio. So there's a kind of over 100 drawings and studied or something. So this sculptural room is more in a focus about the short period. It's like 10 years. Especially I focus about some questioning of humanity or modern idea of the human or something. And then the other room is with a more long time. It's maybe 25 years. So there is a very early drawing, so you can see there's some what I thought about the body and some and also some organism, and also at the same time try to figure out the technology or something, and then the other section is more focused about some city life. It's especially designed for the ideal life. It's during the modern period. So even that is not realized, is a so I play with that idea, and also some ruin the site and the ruin idea and the failed idea or something like that. So and then the other one is more focused about my private life. It's what I feel or what I like or what I hate or something. It's very mixed. So it's something is more focused about the study of a great giant theme, and then the other one is very private and just to play with some every kind of material. So I draw every day. In the morning. For me, it's morning, but so people said that's afternoon. So, yeah, and I drink some coffee and just to relax. Is waiting for the wake up, and front of the sit front of the white paper. So I did there for a long time, and then I just the just like a record about what I'm thinking. So whatever that is, it's not so serious. I just doing a play, and then I put the drawing to wall. And then as normally I draw the very big size. It's very clear and a lot of explain, and because I when I doing the imagining is I'm trying to make a very detail. So I thinking about the material and color and the reference should be something blah blah blah. So many right there on the paper. So and then and then I do it every day, and then sometimes I see that drawing on the wall every day, and then sometimes I just got some idea about the drawing, so I do, and then I put beside of the drawing, and so make a kind of so tree, so like a uh, like a tree of my idea. So it's normally that makes a lot of way to develop a lot of develop way. So and then one day maybe I just to feel, so oh, maybe I can make that one. I can realize that one three for the three-dimensional. And then after then that's a really big job, because I have to calculate the budget and material and physical condition, or how many people do something, that kind of thing. So that's just my typical process. I like a challenge to use new material or new way of material. So and if I have some interest about some material, I use some for a while. It's maybe 2 or 3 years. So now I'm very interested about the kind of non-color material. I mean, it's a reflect material. It's like a mirror, or sometimes it's just a different, not mirror. It's what they like in a surface of the video. It's also they don't have their own color, right? They always reflect something. So I have an interest about the material. Yeah, I used the crystal. Actually that real crystal is like a crystal. So crystal is too shiny and too expensive. Very early, modern architect. So they dreamed about transparent society. So they called it crystal something, right? So we had it's a very ideal concept, and then very symbolic, material. But they couldn't realize, because at the time it's not possible to realize that that's too high tech. So it's ironically, they developed very concrete during the modern period. So now we can use some very transparent light material. So this whole process is a very important part of my theme. So that's why I use crystal. I like a big gap about I mean, not just the material, maybe about many things. So because that makes very new energy. So I don't know, so I can't call the energy, but sometimes they make a very strong tension between these two different material, and also two different concept, or two different context. So I like that very much. Yeah. So I like a. You can see my sculpture. So some piece has a kind of like some hair with a metal or something. It's a light with a netting or something. It's not just the two. It's so many many materials they mix together. So hopefully I can make some kind of a very interesting context for the audience.